St. Patrick's Day. You know, we really don't give a... Anyone else have TikTok sounds just like looping in their head 24/7? Or am I losing my mind? Body yada 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 yada. Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another week of Weekly Dose of Sunshine. It has already been 2 months since we began this journey together. 2 months! Can you believe that? So I have to ask, how are you feeling? Like, genuinely. Well, it's always genuine, I guess, just like on a deeper level or a more broad scope. What I am painfully trying to say is, have you noticed a positive change within your life? Have you tackled most, if not all, of those things on your list way back from week 1? Have you found time for yourself within each day? Have you become more comfortable with asking for help or perhaps even spending time alone? Are you starting to feel genuinely happy and at peace more days than not? Because I really hope so. And if not, that's okay too. But I'm going to guess you've made quite a bit of progress within these last 2 months, and you need to give yourself credit when credit is due. That being said, I really want you guys to benefit from this channel in like the best way possible. I started Weekly Dose of Sunshine with the goal of being able to provide you guys helpful tips and tricks to help you become the best and happiest versions of yourself. And so far, I feel like we've done a fairly good job at doing that. However, I want this to be a really uniquely tailored experience for you, where you can find the answers you seek to the questions you have and the solutions to your pesky problems that just won't seem to go away. And while I still have many topics that we could talk about for weeks to come, since we are currently a cute little family of 32, I thought I would provide you guys with the opportunity to tell me directly what it is that you want to talk about. So I have created a Google form for you guys to use if you would like. That way you guys can type in any like topics you want to cover, any questions you may have, any feedback that you have to give me. It is completely anonymous and I will be putting it in the description below. And if that like doesn't work for whatever weird reason, I'm obviously not extremely well versed when it comes to YouTube, then it will for sure be in the comments down below. So check there if it's not in the description. Also, mini side note, just because some of you noticed, my comments were off on last week's video only because there were a bunch of weird spam bot accounts posting links to things that none of us want to see and that this channel is definitely not about. And there were so many that I could not keep up with them enough to delete them all. So I just turned the comments off. I apologize, but it wasn't anything like weird and definitely not because of you guys. So I just wanted to clear that up. But anyways, back to the form. Like I said before, it'll be completely anonymous. I just want to provide you guys with the opportunity to make this a little bit more of an interactive experience because I want us to just be a little family and I want to do as much as I can to help you guys. All of that being said, how did last week go for you guys? Did you find success in managing your stress? I know it might have been a little crazy with Thanksgiving and all, which by the way, I hope you had a fantastic one. I know this year it looked a little bit different for all of us. In fact, I'm currently filming this on Thanksgiving just because there's not much going on. But I know for a lot of you guys, you might have not gotten the chance to see your friends and family, or at least not in the ways you usually do, or just maybe not as many of them. I mean, 2020 has definitely thrown a lot of unexpected situations and circumstances at all of us. And the vast majority of them may have been feeling pretty negative. It's been tough from a work and school perspective, from being socially isolated a lot of the times, from being thrown out of our normal routines, from being thrown off track from our goals, all of our plans getting derailed, and maybe even being caught up in financial struggles or mental health struggles. And that's just 2020 alone. But as humans, as we try to navigate through life, struggle is inevitable. And sometimes bad situations can seem to take a hold of us and drown the light within us. It is common for all of us within our journeys. So this week I thought we could talk about how to make a not so great situation into a good one. Now, it has come to my attention that I come off as a overly happy human being that is just optimistic 24/7. That I am perceived as someone who seems to know what they are doing at all times. And that I must obviously just have everything in my life figured out. I often get perceived as someone who is foreign to struggles and bad times, and that I can't fully advise on such situations because I just don't know what they're like. And while I may not fully understand your guys' struggles, because no one can, they are your own and part of your life's path, and no one will understand your feelings or what you have been through better than yourself. However, since we all go through struggles, I do know what it's like to struggle. Now, the only reason I bring this up is because I want to be real with you guys on this channel. I want to be honest and let you know that part of the journey to finding your inner sunshine is going to be facing your darkness. Every day is not going to be a sunny day, and that's okay. Because let me tell you what, being put together is not how I would describe myself right now. I'm low-key trying to drop out of school, become a personal trainer, run away to the mountains, spend every day hiking, making content for you guys. Definitely not trying to participate in 9 to 5 America. More so leaning towards van life currently, and I have no idea what's happening even within the next 48 hours. So put together is no. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Absolutely no one has everything figured out within this lifetime. We're all just really out here winging it at the end of the day. Now, this doesn't minimize the struggles that you are facing or have faced in the past. This doesn't mean that your not so great situations can't weigh on you heavily and have a significant impact on you and your emotions. All it means is that you are experiencing life and you have the power to change that bad situation into a positive one. So, all of that being said, here are 3 steps you can take to make the most out of a not so great situation. Step number 1, accept it. Now, I understand this can be extremely difficult. However, you must understand that what is done is done. No matter how harsh it may seem, whatever bad thing you have experienced cannot be undone, no matter how much you wish it could. And this can sound really intimidating or defeating. However, I promise you it's not. In fact, it's the complete opposite. I am a firm believer in the notion that everything happens for a reason. And depending on your situation, this could seem very off-putting to you. Let me make it clear that I am definitely not telling you what you should and should not believe. However, I personally believe the struggles we face are intended to help us grow. They provide us with the opportunity to decide how a situation is going to affect us. Are we going to lay down and let the bad times simply run us over? Or are we going to get back up and keep swinging? Allow yourself to feel out the pain, to feel out the sadness. Have the moment you need. Take the time to grieve, but do not get stuck within the sadness, and definitely do not let it drown out your happiness. Once you have accepted what has happened to you, you can learn from what has quote-unquote gone wrong. You can take the new knowledge that you have gathered from this situation and you can carry it forward to avoid finding yourself in the same spot in the future. To save yourself from ever being stuck in a negative situation like that again. Step number 2, learn to express gratitude. This one might be obvious. And you might be tired of hearing, stay positive. Being negative only makes things worse. But guys, I cannot express to you how powerful your actions, thoughts, and words truly are. I firmly believe that the energy that you push out into the world is the exact energy that you receive back. I mean, think about it. When you wake up in a good mood, your day seems to go wonderfully. The sun is shining, your breakfast seems to taste better, and people wave and smile at you when you're out running your errands. On the other hand, if you start your day off in a bad mood, things seem to go to crap. You hate the way your hair looks, you probably spill your coffee on your way to work or school. You're also probably late as a result, and you feel like you run into every negative person that is walking the face of the earth that day. And the same goes for whenever you find yourself in a negative situation. And I say negative because there are no real negative or positive situations within life. Rather, it's the way that you choose to perceive them. For example, two people could go through the exact same situation. We'll just say a breakup, for instance. Something that probably a lot of you have been through. And if not, just bear with me here. One person could see this as the worst thing ever. They just lost someone they truly care about. They spend all day in bed crying and eating ice cream. They avoid hanging out with their friends and family. They stop taking care of themselves, and they claim that they'll never fall in love ever again, depriving themselves of the opportunity to find someone new. On the other hand, someone could take the same exact situation and view their breakup as an opportunity. Not saying that they won't feel sad and that they won't feel disappointed, but the difference is person number two chooses to view it more as a learning experience. They accept their not so great situation, wink wink, and they learn from their mistakes they made within their relationship. They decide to carry on forward and that there must be someone better out there waiting for them. And all at the same time, they are very thankful and practice gratitude towards what they had with their person. They learn to cherish the good times and the memories, but they also refuse to live in sadness. The point is, it is important to express gratitude, even within situations that seem inherently bad. Learn to focus on what is actually going well. Learn to view life from a glass half full versus a glass half empty perspective. One of the easiest ways I have found to incorporate this practice within my life is waking up every morning and writing down 10 things I am grateful for in my journal. Might sound cheesy, but I'm not kidding you when I say I do it every single day, and I have seen nothing but a positive impact. It automatically puts me in a better mood, and it starts me and my day off on a positive note. The more you can learn to express gratitude, the more positive you will become. And the more positive you become, the more positivity you will attract. And why wouldn't you want that? Then last but not least, step number 3, rewrite your story. As I have mentioned many times in the past, you are on this earth to live your life in the way that you choose. You are very much so the main character within your own story. You have the power to decide if a situation is going to be viewed as positive or negative. You have the power to choose between wallowing in self-pity or learning and growing from an experience. You have the power to choose if you are going to have a good day or a bad day. You have the power to decide what emotions you're going to experience, because there's no true positive or negatives within this lifetime. You are the person that assigns those meanings to things. And the reality is, if you don't like the way a situation is going, you can do something about it. Change your course of direction. Ask yourself those hard-hitting questions like, what do I not like in my life right now? What is making me unhappy? What am I doing that's no longer serving me? As we've talked about in weeks in the past. Once you figure out what is making a situation bad in your eyes, do what needs to be done to change it. Ask yourself what can be learned from this situation. Ask yourself what steps you're going to take to make sure you never end up in a situation like it again. Ask yourself what comes next. Realize that you hold the power to shape your reality. And that's not saying that bad situations still won't occur. It's not saying that you're never going to know what it's like to feel sadness, depression, anxiety, anything that has an automatic negative connotation to it. As I've said before, I'm sure you guys are getting tired of it at this point, but it's part of the human experience. You can't be happy at all times, but you can choose how sad or upset or disappointed you want it to feel. Because the reality is, happiness is always there. It's always waiting for you. You just have to make sure that you are lining yourself up to experience it more times than not. This is your life, your story, so write it in the way that you want to live it. That being said, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I sincerely hope you guys have enjoyed every Sunday for these past 2 months. Once again, please check out the link I'm posting below for the Google form if you have any insight on topics you'd like to cover in the future, any questions you have that you want to be answered, any feedback you have for me. So if you guys have found these past 2 months to be helpful for you guys, please share my channel and my content with others who you think it will benefit. That way we can help as many people as possible. As always, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Don't forget to keep growing the sunshine within you, and I will see you next Sunday.